Hey guys, Ash here from C4Retech, and while everyone might be talking about the Huawei ban, sub-brand Honor has just released the Honor 20, and this seems to be one hell of a phone. Here it is, so let me go ahead, open up the box. We've got the Honor 20 image on top and some branding to the sides. The first thing inside is the Honor 20 phone itself. Peeling the plastic off, we've got this midnight black variant here. The glass back is really reflective, looks quite attractive. Let's peel the rest of the stickers off too. We have the Honor branding to the bottom. Let's also remove the protective plastic to the front and set the Honor 20 aside for a minute. Next, we have a cardboard box with a SIM tool. Underneath that, we've got the Huawei supercharger, 22.5 watts and a USB Type-C cable. The last thing in the box is a Type-C to 3.5mm converter. Now this one does not have a headphone jack, but at least for what it's worth, unlike Apple, Oppo or OnePlus, here you go, there is a converter in the box, so maybe that kind of softens the blow. Now before we take a closer look at the Honor 20, guys, if you have been liking what you've been seeing so far, please go ahead, subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Also, K20, K20 Pro, I'm giving that away, information in the description below. Check it out if you haven't seen that yet. So coming back to the Honor 20, we've got 2.5D curved glass to the front and back. No confirmation on if it's Gorilla or not. The phone's under 8mm thin, which means it feels quite sleek. That plus the lighter weight means it feels really good in hand. It is worth mentioning that it's not just the headphone jack that's cut, but micro SD too. So yeah, just dual SIMs here. And since I've touched on it, I'll show you around. Let's take a look at the other placements too. To the bottom, we have the Type-C port and primary speaker. To the right, we have the volume rockers and the power key that also happens to double as a fingerprint scanner. As you might have seen with my S10E video, I'm not too fond of side-mounted fingerprint scanners. So let's see if the Honor 20 can change that. So coming back to the placements, up top, we've got a proximity sensor and a secondary mic. And the left, well, it's left empty. The reason why we have a side-mounted fingerprint scanner and not an under-display one is because Honor here has gone with an IPS LCD panel for the display. It is a Full HD Plus 6.26-inch panel, and first impressions, it looks quite good. It's got a hole punch to the left top, and here's where you have a 32-megapixel selfie camera, and it can take some good-looking selfies. Great detail, good colors, and you know what else has the same qualities? The display itself. The whites look good, the colors are natural, viewing angles too are super. And honestly, if you are watching videos cupping the phone like this, you almost forget the punch hole exists after a while. So not much to complain about the panel itself. Flipping this one quickly to the back, we have a quad camera array in here. Now this isn't your usual Huawei or Honor setup with a zoom camera. Honor has kind of changed the game here. First, of course, we have the IMX 586. That seems to be tradition at this point. This year, anybody who's anybody, if they're releasing a phone with a flagship camera, it's gotta be the Sony IMX 586. That 48-megapixel sensor here, it's coupled with a f1.8 lens. And of course, it takes good-looking shots under daylight, but even in darkness, the night mode seems to do quite well. The secondary camera, it's a 16-megapixel ultrawide. Again, pretty decent. Nice amount of detail. The third one, it's a depth sensor. Everybody seems to give that these days. Now, the final one, the fourth one, this was a surprise. It's not a zoom as we've kind of expected, we've been seeing. Nope, this time Honor has gone with what I think is the first implementation I've ever seen. A macro camera, so you get shots like these with it. And of course, since this is just a 2-megapixel sensor, you don't really get a great deal of detail, but hey, it's a brand new perspective. Like look at the flower. The right, it's the normal shot that you'd expect, but the close-up one to the left looks so different and unique, right? So this is something super cool that I think people might just find use for in their daily lives. So of course, I'm gonna have to spend some more time with it before I can form a definitive opinion. But for now, I definitely am intrigued by how Honor keeps trying new things with cameras, despite establishing a good lead over the competition, at least with still images. And I say stills because as far as video goes, we are still at 4K 30. Now, it could be a limitation of the chip itself, but hey, we still get the background blur option for video and the super impressive AI color mode, and these are direct results of the Kirin 980 chip inside. Yep, that's the Huawei flagship 7nm chip, powering the Honor 20 with 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. While technically not as powerful as the Snapdragon 855, it is still some beefy hardware, and coupled with Magic UI that's pretty much MUI based on Android 9 Pie, we have some really smooth day-to-day performance here. Speaking of software features, you can now enable the app drawer. We've seen all this before. We have a lot of support for gestures along with some pretty nifty features built in. So you get things like screen recording, something that's just been added to OnePlus's Oxygen OS. We've had that on MUI for a while. And of course there's the app gallery, talking about which leads us squarely to the biggest prospective issue with this device. Basically the future of Huawei and Honor. And of course, over the next couple of months, you're gonna get security patches and everything else. But the future of Honor 20 and all other Huawei Honor devices at this point, it's quite unclear. So that is a point to ponder. What's gonna happen? Are these gonna get updates? Are these gonna get security patches? At this point, nobody knows. So anyway, almost missed this one. Battery. It's got a 3750 milliamp hour battery in here, and going by track record, battery life should be good. And as for pricing, I don't have official pricing at this point, but the Honor 20 is priced 60 euros cheaper than the OnePlus 7 in Europe. So I'd expect it to come in at about 30,000 rupees in India. And at that price, it could offer good competition to OnePlus and even the upcoming Redmis if the cameras end up holding up, which I think they should. Anyway, I'll have more to say in my full review. Till then, I would really like to know what you guys think. What do you think would be a fair price for the Honor 20? How much would you like to pay for it? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, we get to the end of this quick little unboxing and first impressions video. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. And of course, while you're down there, don't forget to check out my current giveaway, Redmi K20, K20 Pro. And that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 Retech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.